بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الذين كفروا لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا وأولئك هم وقود النار كدأب آل فرعون والذين من قبلهم كذبوا بآياتنا فأخذهم الله بذنوبهم والله شديد العقاب قل للذين كفروا ستغلبون وتحشرون إلى جهنم وبئس المهاد قد كان لكم آية في فئتين التقتا فئة تقاتل في سبيل الله وأخرى كافرة يرونهم مثليهم رأي العين والله يؤيد بنصره من يشاء إن في ذلك لعبرة لأولي الأبصار صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين إن الذين كفروا surely those who disbelieve لن تغني عنهم أموالهم ولا أولادهم من الله شيئا Their wealth and their children shall not suffice them or save them from Allah even the tiniest bit, in the least. وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمْ وَقُودُ النَّارِ Those are the fuel of the fire. كَدَأْبِ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ وَالَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ A case similar to that of كَدَأْبِ, a case similar to that of آل فرعون, the house of Pharaoh. وَالَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ and those before them. كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا فَأَخَذَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِذُنُوبِهِمْ They denied our signs, so Allah captured them or seized them for their sins. وَاللَّهُ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ Allah is severe in punishment. So from these two ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making it clear that those people who are doing kufr or denying the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, disbelieving and being carefree about it, they may in this world boast and find comfort in their amwal and in their awlad. And those are two things that human beings tend to find comfort in, find reliance in. Their wealth, and that may be of any kind, houses, properties, horses, camels, fighting materials, whatever. So those things and their men, awladuhum, their progeny, however many sons they may have, however huge of a clan they may have, both of these things, they are not going to save them from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the least. And they will be made the fuel of fire. وَقُودُ النَّارِ They will be made fuel of fire. So at other places from the Quran, we learned that the fuel of the fire is going to be people and stones. So this is a severe and extreme fire which will find nourishment through things that actually kill the fire in this world. So if a candle is lit and you put your hand against it, that is the way they used to put off the candles and lamps in the old times, that they will just press it between their fingers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the fire of, in the other ayah, that it explains that the fire is such that it will find nourishment, it will grow further with men and stones. So these people who are kuffar, they will be made the fuel of the fire. And you should not be surprised about it. This shouldn't come to you as a surprise or a new thing. كَدَأْبِ آلِ فِرْعَوْنَ وَالَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ Similar case has happened with the house of Fir'aun and the people before him. كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا They denied our ayat. فَأَخَذَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِذُنُوبِهِمْ None of them were left. Allah catched all of them. There's not even a single exception that somebody denied the ayat, the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, made kufr, and they were not caught by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَأَخَذَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِذُنُوبِهِمْ وَاللَّهُ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ It is in fact the station of Allah it is one of the properties, one of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He is very severe in punishment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all, even the tiniest anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no refuge from the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself. قُلْ لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَتُغْلَبُونَ وَتُحْشَرُونَ إِلَى جَهَنَّمْ وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادُ. Say to those believers, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking the Prophet ﷺ, commanding the Prophet ﷺ to say it very clearly to the kuffar that no matter what you think, سَتُغْلَبُونَ وَتُحْشَرُونَ, you will be overpowered, you will be soon overcome, and you will be وَتُحْشَرُونَ, you will be gathered into إِلَى جَهَنَّمْ, in the Jahannam, in the hellfire. وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادُ, and indeed it is a very evil, a very bad place to rest, an evil bed to rest. So these ayat, they also refer to the epic battle of Badr, where there was the first open fight between kuffar and Muslims after they had migrated to Medina. There hadn't been a war before. This was the first time when Muslims were in a very poor shape, apparently, and on the outside. And the kuffar were very numerous, and they had resolved to finish the Muslims once and for all. So these two ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that tell the kuffar that they will be overcome and they will be sent into Jahannam. وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادُ قَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ آيَةٌ فِي فِئَتَيْنِ الْتَقَطَا. This ayah particularly clearly refers to Badr, that for them there was a sign for you there was a sign. فِي فِئَتَيْنِ الْتَقَطَا, in the two groups, فِئَتَيْنِ الْتَقَطَا, who confronted each other. فِي فِئَتَيْنِ الْتَقَطَا, the two groups that confronted each other. So it's talking about Badr, which is took place between the two groups, obviously kuffar and Muslims. فِئَةٌ تُقَاتِلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, there was one group, تُقَاتِلُ, that was fighting, فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, in the path of Allah, for the sake of Allah. وَأُخْرَى, and the other one, kafira, was kafir, was disbelieving. وَأُخْرَى كَافِرَةٌ يَرَوْنَهُمْ مِثْلَيْهِمْ رَأْيَ الْعَيْنِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that with their eyes, each of them were seeing the other as twice of their number. مِثْلَيْهِمْ رَأْيَ الْعَيْنِ. So Mufassirin have written that in Badr, it's not that they were thinking, but both sides were seeing the other party to be the double of theirs. Although it was 1,000 kuffar, and they had 100 horses, and they had 100 camels, and the Muslims, on the side of Muslims, there was 313 total. And in riwayat it comes that they had very few horses, I think like 2 horses total in the whole army, if I remember correct, and 8 swords. So what would you fight with when you only have 8 swords in the whole army, and you are going against 1,000 people who are loaded? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did such that when you compare 313 to 1,000, it's a triple, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mercy on Muslims, and they saw only twice. So with their eyes, it was not like they were imagining it, but with their eyes, they were only seeing 2 versus 1. That for every Muslim, they were only seeing that there is 2 kuffar. And the kuffar, although Muslims were 1/3 their number, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through His mercy, made Muslims appear to be twice the number of kuffar. So even the kuffar were seeing as if there is 2 Muslims for every 1 kafir, one of their own. يَرَوْنَهُمْ مِثْلَيْهِمْ رَأْيَ الْعَيْنِ وَاللَّهُ يُؤَيِّدُ بِنَصْرِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. And Allah gives strength with His help to whomsoever He wills. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَعِبْرَةً لِأُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ. Indeed, there is a lesson therein for those who have eyes. So, سَتُغْلَبُونَ, this is a tashri of سَتُغْلَبُونَ. Very soon you will be overcome, and in which, so this is after Badr, you can see our Prophet is saying that you will be overcome very soon. The example in front of your eyes is Badr, where you were much more in number, but still you were overcome. So you will be overpowered in this world and in the akhirah. But a question may arise that we see in our experience that kuffar are always overpowering Muslims. Muslims are always failing here and there. So definitely they will be overpowered in the akhirah. And this particular ayah here refers to Badr, that they had in the past they were overpowered in Badr, and very soon in the future also the kuffar of Makkah will be overpowered. This is not a rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that in this world Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will for sure give an apparent victory and overpower the kuffar with the powers of Muslims. This is not a principle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is not something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised 100% of the time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes gives victory to the Muslims. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives victory to the non-Muslims in this world. In the hereafter, they will definitely be overcome, overpowered, and sent into Jahannam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us strength on our iman and a realization and understanding of the Quran. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbi ighfir warham wa anta khayrul rahimin. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqih. سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين.